You mentioned the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Very, very safe. And if you're over 80, without question, it's the only one you can get, take it. If you're over 70, take it. But it does depend on your age. If you're under 25, the chance of dying from this is 1 in a million. So your risk factors do depend on whether you take a vaccine. It's not the same for everybody.
So he's saying it depends on your demographic group that you're in. But he did say more about Dr. Fauci here. Rand Paul and Dr. Fauci, boy, are they in a minctorating match, you might say, political-wise. Play cut 10.
Almost everything out there is good news. This is why I so much think Dr. Fauci should be voluntarily removed from TV, because what he says is such a disservice and such fear-mongering, and almost all of what he says isn't even matched by the science of his own institute. So really what we need to do is hear from a lot of different experts, and then people need to realize that the risk factors are different depending on your age.
Removed from TV voluntarily. You're going to need the jaws of life to pry him out of the studio.
I don't think so, Rand. I'm here to stay.
Doctor.
I'm the best thing on television.
Yeah, you've been a practicing physician all these years. I've been on TV. Who knows more about medicine than me?
I'm a doctor, and I play one on TV, so ha!
Yeah, I'm better known than all those old-time guys, Marcus Welby, Dr. Kildare. God.
Hey, Howie, do you want me to read the statement from Trump? Because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
All right, he says the Biden administration did a terrible disservice to people throughout the world by allowing the FDA and CDC to call a pause in the use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. The results of this vaccine have been extraordinary, but now its reputation will be permanently challenged. The people who have already taken the vaccine will be up in arms, and perhaps all of this was done for politics, or perhaps it's the FDA's love of Pfizer. The FDA, especially with longtime bureaucrats within, has to be controlled. They should not be able to do such damage for possibly political reasons, or maybe because their friends at Pfizer have suggested it. They'll do things like this to make themselves look important. Remember, it was the FDA working with Pfizer who announced the vaccine approval 2 days after the 2020 presidential election. They didn't like me very much because I pushed them extremely hard. But if I didn't, you wouldn't have a vaccine for 3 to 5 years, or maybe not at all. It takes them years to act. Do your testing, clean up the record, and get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine back online quickly. The only way we defeat the China virus is with our great vaccines.
By the way, Grace, did you see that a Maine state rep, he's from Chelsea, he's a Republican, he responded to some letter that a constituent had written, and he said, oh, this is what we have to do to defeat the China virus. And so today, Chelsea rep accused of racist letter. He referred to the China virus. You just heard the president of the United States calling it the China virus. It came from China. What are you supposed to call it?
I know. I just think it's funny because even though now Trump has to put out these statements, first of all, he does get to kind of summarize things so you're not getting as many short tweets. But also, I kind of thought once he started putting these out that someone else was going to be kind of, piecing them together. But you can tell he's still writing them because the way he says things like, they didn't like me very much because I pushed them extremely hard.
I know I'm going to sound like a snob, and he went to an Ivy League college and I didn't, but I knew he was writing it when he said it's possessive, IT''S. I said, Donald Trump wrote this one by himself.
Yeah. No, I know. There are certain things he writes where you go, oh, wow, that's him. Like, he loves the word extremely. And you know how when we write, it's like, if you don't have to say very, you don't say it, or, right. So much. But he loves those words. He can't help himself. All right. So I have a lot of other news to get to, Howie. Do you mind if I go through some of this sound?
Yeah. By the way, Grace, we've told people how to get on the Trump mailing list. It's not an exclusive list. You can get on it. Taylor, if you can send it out one more time, just a link to how to get on the Trump mailing list, Because it does give you sometimes you want to read it, sometimes you don't. But it's a lot of fun to be on the list.
Yeah, I'll figure out exactly how to get on it, Howie, and then I'll tweet it out from your account.
Okay, thanks.
Everyone should be on it. It's fun to get them. I mean, he's definitely sending them out more and more often. In the beginning, it was like one a week, but now I get like 2 or 3 a day. So
right. Well, he told the mailroom manager that. She said, we enjoy it. And he said, yeah, I'm getting to love it. I've said this before on the air. He said, yeah, I'm getting to like him a lot more than Twitter because I have more room.
Yeah, he's feeling like a columnist.
You can kind of air it out.
Yeah, he's feeling like a columnist, except Howie, he's not restrained by any limits. Howie, actually, before I get to the sound here, this is a breaking story from the New York Post. I don't know if you've seen it. Cuomo, now I see this on the front page, and there's a picture of Andrew Cuomo photoshopped into a picture of Fredo Corleone, Michael, and the actual Godfather Vito, and then there's Andrew Cuomo on the side. And it says, mob mentality. Cuomo reportedly once compared himself to the Godfather character. Now, we've heard him compare himself to at least Al Pacino when he was doing the whole Dr. Fauci back and forth. But this is the interesting part, Howie. It says, Cuomo reportedly once compared himself to Godfather character, boasted about sex prowess.
Oh, my God.
So needless to say, this just took precedence over my...
Maybe my memory's getting fuzzy because I haven't seen the Godfather movies in a few years, but I don't recall Don Vito Corleone ever bragging about his sexual prowess.
Well, no, they had actual things to get done. They had business to take care of. They wouldn't spend time on that nonsense.
Judges to bribe.
Yeah.
Island nations to control.
Exactly. Now, before I read you guys this, I want to let you know that Grace's News is brought to you by Toyota of Portsmouth, the house of value. I love my RAV4 XLE. It's a great car, but even more importantly, the process of leasing it was so easy with everyone at Toyota of Portsmouth. They have a wonderful showroom. The people there, from the financing to the salespeople, they're so helpful. My friend Brad is there if you want to ask for him. The entire staff is incredible. They're located just south of the Portsmouth traffic circle off 95. Go to toyotaofportsmouth.com or visit them at the showroom and tell them Grace sent you. All right, so I'm reading this fresh, so I hope it's not anything that's going to get me in trouble. Governor Andrew Cuomo once likened himself to hot-headed mob leader Sonny Corleone. Oh, no, mob Scion?
Scion. He was the oldest son, the one that got shot.
No,
at the
I know who
booth.
Sonny is, but I had never heard that word before. That's probably just bad on me.
That's a newspaper word, like estranged.
Oh, okay,
or
got it.
Baffled.
Or mushrooming. That's what they say about Andrew Cuomo's scandals.
He's embattled.
He bragged about his sexual prowess during a strategy session with staffers. Yikes. Imagine Monday morning, you're like, did anybody bring in donuts? And then Andrew Cuomo starts telling you about his sex prowess. Ugh. The Godfather incident took place shortly after Cuomo, the elder son of late Governor Mario Cuomo, was elected state attorney general in 2006. A former associate reportedly described how Cuomo enthusiastically described his power to intimidate people under investigation who visited his office.
Grace, am I the only one who's asking the question, if he had such great sexual prowess, how come his Kennedy wife took up with a polo player?
That is
a scion of a McDonald's fortune.
Okay, so this is what Cuomo bragged about. I loom over that table, Cuomo reportedly said. In their minds, I'm Sonny Corleone, and I'm capable of anything. Not capable of saving all those people in the nursing homes, but that's for another day.
Did you see the other Cuomo story?
What?
What Joe Biden said he admired about Cuomo in 2015?
Oh, no. What?
Joe Biden reportedly said at some sort of a fundraising event that he admired Governor Cuomo's enormous stones, shall we say.
But did he say stones, or did he use a different word?
He used a different word.
Ugh! This is turning into a very pervy segment. Okay, so now it says, during his first term as governor, Cuomo reportedly interrupted a strategy session about the Occupy Wall Street protest movement to boast about his ability to see around the corner of politics, as well as his skills at performing a certain kind of sex. And a person.
How come he didn't see this one coming?
Yeah, I know. It's like the dog psychics at the Biden administration. They could see everything, but they couldn't see Major biting anybody. The 3-term Democrat Also reportedly accused an aide of going easy on female journalists for personal reasons. He said, now I'm only saying this, Howie, because for the context sake, I guess he said, you banging her? The aide recalled being asked. That's bad. Oh, and Cuomo also reportedly insulted an unidentified male official in 2019 with a crude reference to transgender people. You'd be a good-looking blank if you got a good set of blanks. Oh my gosh.
That could be that.
That
no,
could be
you can't get away with that.
No, that's where we draw the line. Yikes.
No, sir.
Howie, you're going to have to get McKay to print this out. Oh, and it mentions Kerry Kennedy. Wow.
She apparently didn't appreciate his sexual prowess as much as all the other women he was allegedly being.
Oh no! And he also reportedly vented to his campaign team about an event celebrating the Jewish holiday. Oh my gosh, Howie, you got to print this out. I'm not going to read it fresh here because I'm not sure exactly what it contains. I'm getting nervous as I read. But yikes, these are bad comments. Add it to the list.
He's single and ready to mingle.
And it's like now we kind of understand why he was such a disaster.
This is how dumb he is, though, that he admires Sonny Corleone, who gets ambushed at a toll booth because he's such a hothead nitwit.
I know.
Look what they did to my boy.
It's true.
I don't want his mother to see him like this.
I love Sonny because I think he's the cutest, and I think that he was the funniest in the movie, but he's definitely not like the brightest. He's definitely not the one you want to grow up to be like. He also cheats on his wife in like the opening scene in the wedding.
Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, tell people how good Covfefe is, Grace. You love it as much as I do.
I love Covfefe, so I am a huge coffee drinker, and after working for Howie for 6 years, Howie, you'll be proud to know I now take my coffee black. I don't use anything in it, no sugar, no anything. So when you drink your coffee black, you really appreciate a good blend, and the dark roast is so delicious, and I just love it. I drink it every morning here.
Yeah, check it out. What is it? Do you Covfefe?
DoYouCovfefe.com. It's COVFEFE. Make sure you guys check it out. Great packaging too.
Check out the coffee and check out the mugs too. The mugs are great.
That's it for me, Howie. But I'll have McKay print that off for you so you can read the rest.
Thanks. He will. Yeah, you're leaving it me to have the read the anti-Semitic stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather.
You don't mind reading the sexist stuff, but it's left for me to read the anti-Semitic stuff. Okay, I can handle it. All right. Allergy season is here, and that means one thing. You need the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Warmer temps are creeping up, and you are going to want to open those doors and windows. Pollen is going to come in, and when it does, you are going to need the Thunderstorm Air Purifier. One user wrote, "The Thunderstorm does what it claims. It definitely is effective on my husband's allergies, sneezing, runny nose, and coughing," unquote. The Thunderstorm is a small device you can hold in your hand and plug into your electrical outlet or into your car by USB cable to purify the air. And the great part of it is well under $100. The Thunderstorm Air Purifier works like a real thunderstorm. It quietly sends out super oxygen and ions to kill odors in your room and purify the air. And many use it to remove pollen, pet, kitchen, musty basement smells, tobacco smells, or any other unwanted odors.
It's great with the smells, Howie, and as you've said, with the allergies too. Not only am I allergic to pollen this time of year, as I get older, I'm more susceptible to that stuff, but I think I'm also allergic to our cat as well. But since moving the Thunderstorm, one of the units from downstairs to upstairs, I've been doing a lot better.
Oh, that's good. And the cat's very happy about that, too, I'm sure.
She doesn't care about anything.
You need the Thunderstorm, or the cat needs the Thunderstorm. Right now, you can get the Thunderstorm at the lowest price available. Just use code word Howie, and you will save an additional $10 off the sale price and free shipping. Go to EdenPure.com, click on the radio banner, and put code word Howie at checkout. That's EdenPure.com, radio banner, and code word Howie. With the Eden Pure Thunderstorm, your problem rooms will no longer be a problem. I'm Howie Carr.
The Howie Carr Show.
This hour of the Howie Carr Show is brought to you in part by the Howie Carr VIP Studio Experience. Tickets are now available with experiences beginning in May. To order, go to HowieCarrShow.com and click on the VIP tab.